some?
Yes.
Oh.
Android. Don't be a hater.
Oh, I'm
You're
a
in the
hater.
hate. You're in
Oh
the.
my God, what is it with you girls and iPhones?
Because they're better.
I mean, if you could drive a Lamborghini or a pickup truck, why would you choose the pickup truck?
The iPhone
I
is
don't
the
understand.
Lamborghini.
I just don't get it. Am I in the frame good?
Yeah, but
Yes.
it's like just the top half of your body. Don't
That's
your
all I
legs?
really need. It doesn't show my fat belly.
All right.
Golly.
Maybe go to the right like a little. So your my right, your left. There you go, now you're centered.
All right, here we go. We are back today, another bat video. I am happy because the sun is shining. I'm outside. I'm not cooped up in a cage, and neither are my girls, and it's awesome. So today we got two bangers. We got the Monster Torch and Easton Ghost Unlimited. I got some great ballers to introduce to y'all today. They're new to me. They're both 17 years old, and I got a good feeling about them. So let you meet them.
Hi, I'm Ashton Easley. I play for Summit High School. I'm a 2024 and I play for Mojo Hunter.
Hi, I'm Jayden Pittman. I'm a 2024 and I also play for Summit High School and I play for Alabama Bolts McCollum.
Let's go. All right, so we're back. Y'all met the girls. Y'all know the format. We're gonna get 10 hits off each bat and alternating up between them, and we'll shoot an exit video between, see what they think. So let's get over here and kill some softballs. All right, so we are back with Jayden. She just got her 10 hacks in. She's not taller than me, hopefully. I made her stand in a hole. She's very tall. She actually probably looks eye to eye with me if I didn't make her stand in a hole. So anyhow, she got her 10 hacks in with the Monster Torch. This is her first time ever laying eyes on this bat. Ironically enough, she doesn't swing either of these bats, so she should be a great one to give feedback on it. So tell me, kid, what you think?
What I thought about this bat, it's really smooth when you swing it. Like it feels really smooth. It comes off pretty clean. When you hit it, you can tell it goes far. It doesn't have the same feel as that Ghost does. Like when you hit it, like you know you hit it. That makes sense. I don't know, but it's really smooth. And like when you get a mishit, it doesn't, I would say it doesn't feel dead, but it doesn't feel good. Does that make sense? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So, so when you say it swings smooth, I'm assuming it feels, does it have a more balanced feel or an inverted
Yes,
feel?
it's very balanced.
Okay.
It is a very balanced bat.
So if it has a balanced feel to you, mishits, you notice the mishits, but
it doesn't feel awful.
okay. So it's not hurting your hands or anything.
Yeah,
you just
no.
notice like I mishit it. It's not terrible. Okay.
It doesn't sting your hands at all. Like it's very smooth, very balanced. That's a good word to describe it.
Okay.
Yeah.
About the grip.
Yeah. The grip is, I don't know, it's very clean. It doesn't grip very well. It's kind of sleek. It's very sleek. So I don't know. I generally like a bigger grip, so I'd probably wrap this bat, but
She has big hands.
they're not that
For
big.
what that's worth. For a girl, those are big hands.
They're not that big. But yeah.
Though some girls do like a fatter grip.
Yeah.
It does have a grip kind of like a DeMarini would
Yes,
have. DeMarini has a
definitely.
really thin grip, so you're probably like a lizard skin girl, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
Anything else just jumping out to you? You feel
It feels a lot like a DeMarini, but better, I would say. I personally don't like DeMarinis, but I did like swinging this bat. Like, it was good.
so you like the bat?
Yeah, I do like the bat.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nothing else just standing out. You felt like it was balanced. You like how it swung. You like how it felt. You could tell when you mishit a ball, but it didn't hurt your hands. You just noticed that you mishit it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, she was very, very consistent with it. She does not know what her exit velocity was. Same as always. I will not tell them that until the very end. So I guess we'll get over here and we're gonna let Ashley get her hacks in with it now, and we'll see what she thinks. So let's go get her, see what she thinks.
Sounds good.
And we're back with Ashton. She just got her 10 hacks in. She has also never laid eyes on this bat until today. So tell me, kiddo, what you think?
All right. I really like the grip. It didn't sting my hands when I mishit or anything. I can tell if I mishit it, but it's not like I don't get a stingy feeling or anything from it. I think it feels very smooth when I hit it. I think it has a pretty long sweet spot. It felt pretty balanced to me.
Usually when they say it feels smooth, it equates to them thinking it has a balanced feel to it.
Yeah. Overall, I liked it. I don't think it doesn't have like the pop like sound really, but I think it's still a good bat.
So you feel like the ball came off it well, but just hearing it, it didn't sound like it was just exploding off of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of the things that I can't say with the torch. If you do front toss or something, it does get louder. Some bats are like that. The backlash is like that. It gets louder. The whisper is like that. But there again, it's a sound thing. But I do understand how girls are. You know, if you don't like how it sounds, it affects how you feel about a bat. I get that. So felt like it had a long sweet spot. Felt pretty balanced to you.
Yes, sir.
The grip. Did you say you liked the grip?
Yeah, I like it. I'm not usually very picky about grip, but I liked it.
Yeah, you wear 2 batting gloves, so
yeah,
grip probably doesn't mean a whole lot to you.
Yep.
All right. Well, overall, you liked it.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Well, good deal. Well, that sums up the torch. So we're going to get them over here now, and we're going to hit with this Ghost Unlimited, which there again, neither one of them use either one of these bats as a gamer. So that was just dumb luck that happened for me today. So, so you ready to get over here and hit with the sun back hit?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. You good? All right, all right, all right. You can hold this.
I got it?
You got it. All right. So Jayden's back.
Yep.
Got her 10 cuts in with the Ghost Unlimited. And it survived, oddly enough. So tell me, kiddo, what you think?
I guess one word that I would use is probably bouncy. Like you could really feel it just like bounce off the bat, like that ghost feel. When you hit it well, you could tell you hit it well. Like, you know, you're like, oh, that one's gone. You know what I mean? When you miss hit it, it just like made me feel bad about myself, but that's okay.
I love that. That is amazing. I've never heard anybody say that. That's awesome.
Yeah, but when you hit it good, you hit it good. It felt pretty solid. There was a couple of spots that I felt like it should have been hit harder, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like the contact point should have been longer, but it wasn't. Yeah, it felt pretty solid to me. The grip was pretty standard, pretty normal. It's not like sleek or anything like the last one.
So let me ask you this. Do you notice where it tapers up at the end right there? You didn't say anything about it, so I'm going to assume no.
Yeah, no.
You didn't notice it?
No.
Okay, I know. I think it feels cool. All right, so overall, do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you like it? Is
I
this
like
okay?
it. I like it.
Just okay?
Yeah, like it's okay.
Okay, so sweet spot, feel long or short?
Kind of short to me.
Kind of short,
honestly.
sweet spot? Okay,
yeah.
balanced or end loaded?
End loaded.
Little
end loaded.
Okay.
Yeah, I prefer balance normally, so that felt a little off to me, but I mean, I would swing it.
Okay, so
yeah,
slight end load. Feedback. Let's see. When you hit it well, it really felt good.
Yeah.
And then it made you feel bad about yourself when you missed it. I love that. I think that is amazing. The grip didn't really mean anything to you one way or the other.
Right.
Sound.
It sounds good.
I would agree. It does.
It sounds good.
It sounds really good.
And that matters.
I will agree with that. The sound does matter.
It does.
And it does sound good.
Yeah.
Overall, like it, dislike it, just okay.
I like it. It's okay. Like
That sounds like a firm just okay to me.
Yeah. I mean, like I would swing it, but it's not like the best bat I've ever had. You know what I mean?
All right, right on. Well, I think you pretty well covered it on that one. So now we'll get Ashton over here and we'll let her get her hacks and see what she thinks. So let's go get her. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So, got Ashlyn. She got her 10 hacks in with the Easton Ghost Unlimited. And just like Jayden, she does not swing this as a gamer either. So, what you think, kiddo?
So I like the grip a little better on this one. Not that it's a big deal because I wear batting gloves anyway. I think this one's pretty smooth too, pretty balanced. I think at least. I think it's a little more obvious if you miss it. But it's still like it still has a very wide, or what's it called? Like a long barrel, I think, in my opinion. Like I said earlier, the other one didn't have as much pop. I think this one has a lot more pop. Like just like the sound, like what's it like the aesthetic of the sound.
When you hear it, it sounds like you're killing it.
Yeah, it sounds like you're killing it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I liked it.
So you felt like when you hit it in a small area, it felt great, but if you hit it off of that, not so great. I'm trying to because you kind of one thing you said kind of would contribute to it having a short barrel, but then you also felt like it has a long barrel.
That's true. I did see. Yeah.
So basically, it would come down to feedback. Like when did you notice a lot? Like if you mishit a ball, did it feel like it still had good pop, or like I just dead missed that?
I think it still has good pop. It's just like you can tell like it wasn't as good.
So feedback wise, we'll leave it at that. Could be long, could be short for her. We'll leave it at that. But
yeah.
So as far as what is it telling you? What does it tell you through your hands when you miss it? Does it sting your hands or anything, or does it feel good? You can just tell it when you miss it.
Yeah, it feels good. On the hands wise, it's just
you can just tell it when you miss it.
Yeah.
Okay, right on. That's good. So you said you felt like you said it felt kind of balanced to you?
I think it did.
Okay, grip there again. She wears two very worn out batting gloves. So
they have a big hole right here.
And they got a big pad in the middle too. So I don't know that asking her about the grip was really the best plan, but whatever. She said the grip was really neither here nor there. Did you notice this knob?
Yeah.
You did notice it?
Yeah.
You like it or dislike it?
I used to have something like that on one of my old bats. I mean, I kind of like it,
I think it's cool.
Yeah,
I like it. A lot of baseball bats are that way. I like it. I think it's cool, but I always ask girls, and most of them never notice it. All right, so we will come right back. I'll get both of them over here, and we'll go over their exit velocities and kind of just an overall of the whole day. So be right back. All right, so neither of you hit the torch or the ghost as a gamer. I love that because they were able to come in and just take them for whatever they're bringing to the table today. So I'll ask you, Ashlyn, which one overall do you like better?
Overall, I like the ghost better.
Okay, you feel like you hit it better, or you just like it better?
I think I just like it better. Like the pop. That just makes me feel like I'm,
okay. What about you, Jayden?
I actually like the torch better.
Okay. All right. So which one you feel like you hit better?
Which one I feel like I hit better with? Probably the torch.
Okay. All right. So this is one thing I see a lot of, especially with the ghost. The ghost has, no doubt, it has a great sound. The thing sounds amazing. Unfortunately, with that though, sometimes can be a little misleading. Maybe you feel like you hit it a little harder than you did. Is that true though?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Let me step back so you can't see it. So Jayden, with the ghost, your average was 57.9 mile per hour, which is pretty good and very consistent. Both girls with both bats were very consistent, generally within 2 mile per hour, one way or the other. So very consistent. Your max was 60 miles an hour.
Hey.
Now, with the torch, your average was 58.5 miles per hour. So roughly half a mile per hour difference in overall average. And your max was 61.5 miles per hour. So 1.5 mile per hour difference. So your assumption would be correct. You did hit the torch better overall, both average and max. So you.
Oh,
man. You.
Oh.
All right. So y'all going to have to stay exactly where you are right now.
Okay.
I didn't write hers down. That was why I stopped and I forgot to write it down. Okay. Just hang tight.
All right.
I'm not even going to try to sell it like I didn't screw that deal up, just so y'all know. Just a little bit. All right, so I screwed this whole deal up. I forgot to write down on my little book what her numbers were with the ghost. So we had to like pause for a brief second for a station break. And now we're back. So you felt like you hit the ghost better.
I did
You
feel
like
that.
both bats, but you felt like you definitely hit the ghost better because it sounds really, really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So with the ghost, your average was 59.1 miles per hour with a max of 61 miles per hour.
okay.
With the torch, your average was 61.3 miles per hour
Oh, really?
with a max of 65 miles per hour.
What?
Don't let the sound fool you.
Dang.
This
Oh,
is
that's
why
so
I
bad.
don't tell you your exit velocity before we do the interviews.
That's
So,
smart.
overall, neither one of you hated either bats. You, I think, were a bit more distinct about liking the torch overall. This one was just okay to you. You like both bats.
Yeah.
But you kind of like the ghost a little bit better. There again, the sound of the ghost is always, everybody loves it.
Mhm.
But it is what it is at the end of the day, you know. Both of them had higher average and a higher max with the torch. So y'all heard what they think. I will come back with my final thoughts here in just a minute. But I want to thank both y'all for coming out. It is Easter Sunday, y'all. Their dads brought them out. And we've been out for about 2 hours. They've taken a bunch of cuts. And I really appreciate y'all spending some time with me. And hopefully, we'll get together again. I got lots of bats. And if y'all
Yes,
like
sir.
doing it, I will bring you back and we'll take lots more cuts.
Yes, sir. I
So
love
thank
it.
y'all. We'll see y'all in the outro. And to add to that, I have a question for you. This will blow you away and blow them away, I bet.
Can't wait.
Do you believe I cut the wrapper off that bat when I got here? That bat is brand new.
Oh,
It had-
wow.
It had, I took a couple hacks before you got here. That's it. I was supposed to break it in, and I just didn't get time. So you girls broke that bat in and hit it.
Hmm.
That bat's probably got a couple thousand cuts on it.
Wow. Okay.
That bat's going to get hotter.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
just, for what it's worth, that's out of the wrapper. That's on me. But it performed well. I was hoping I wouldn't have to put a disclaimer in there if it didn't do well and be like, I'm sorry, the monster, because I kind of screwed this deal up a bit. But it worked out good in the end. The bat performed absolutely fantastic. And now, once again, see you in a minute. All right. So here we are with the quick recap. So, like you heard me say, this torch was a brand new bat starting the day today. I didn't want to say that, and I didn't want to tell the girls. I didn't want to say it at the beginning of the video because I didn't want anybody to get any kind of preconceived notions or anything like that. I didn't want the girls to. I try not to say anything to the girls to influence their thoughts or opinions one way or another. I try to just let them take it all for face value. Today was the first I'd ever met either one of those girls, honestly. They were a referral from one of my other girls' parents that's hit with me in the past, and turned out great. They both did fantastic, and I was really glad to have them. They're really open-minded, and I think we all had a really good time. Now, I was definitely impressed with how the torch performed to be right out of the gate, busted out of the wrapper. They broke it in off the tee, and then we went to hitting away. And, I was impressed with the numbers. Now, you heard both girls say, it's hard to beat the sound of the ghost. That is one of the things about it. It's got a really nice crack to it, whether it be off the tee or hitting live or front toss or soft toss. The thing has just got a really nice crack to it. The only problem with that is it is a very deceiving crack. And I do believe it's kind of one of the reasons why everybody, when they give it the eye test, the ghost is the hottest, greatest thing out there, because it just sounds like you're crushing the ball every time you hit it. Even you can miss hit it, it still sounds like you crush it. But the exit velocity don't lie. It is what it is. It can sound like whatever, but if the ball don't go nowhere, it don't go nowhere. It just is what it is. Now, this bat in particular, I have said in the past that I think between the Ghost Unlimited and the Ghost Advanced, I think the Ghost Advanced is a little bit better bat. I think the Ghost Unlimited has a small sweet spot. And what I've seen in all the girls that have hit it, it does kind of, everything that I've seen that's what it tells me, is that it does have a rather small sweet spot. Now, if you put it on the screws, it'll go. It will send it. Absolutely no doubt about it. It is hot if you put it on the screws. I do think the Advance has a longer barrel though. Now I did notice when I got home and I was looking at it, And this is, hey, it did what ghosts do. It's broken. It's busted right here. I don't know when. I don't know if it was today. I don't know if it was a week ago. I don't really know. Did it affect the performance of the bat? No, I don't think that it did, because honestly, when they bust, they get hotter. We all know that. Until they break completely in two, they just seem to get hotter. But unfortunately, that's what they do. They break in two. And that is why, honestly, people ask me all the time what my top 3 bats are. What are my top 5 bats? And a lot of people get annoyed because I will not put any ghost in my top 5, even in my top 10. I will not consider a ghost as one of the top bats out there, because it is the most expensive bat on the market. Unless you buy that all titanium Mizuno bat, it is the most expensive bat on the market. And in order to ensure that your kid's going to have a bat that she can use day in and day out, everybody that buys one, they buy 2. This is a $550+ bat. So if you buy 2, you spend $1,100. So essentially, you spent $1,100 on one bat, because you buying that second one because this one breaks and you're going to have a bat to use while it's sent off. There is no way under the sun, unless you are just absolutely loaded, that it makes good sense to spend $1,100 for one bat. Is it hot? Yes. Is it, does it sound great? Yes. Does it have a nice grip? Yes. All of these things. But it is the most expensive bat on the market, and it is not durable at all. This thing could fall over in the garage and break. And for those 2 reasons, I will never consider it to be, in my opinion, as great of a bat as a lot of other people do. It just is what it is for me. Lots of people, they always say it's the hottest bat, it's the hottest bat, it's the hottest bat. Well, I have proved numerous times that it's just not. Is it hot? Yes. Is it the hottest? No. It just is what it is. We've proved that several bats that are actually hotter, and they are durable, and they are cheaper. And that just is what it is. I know a lot of y'all are going to disagree with that. That's not going to be an opinion that is, looked kindly upon by a lot of people. And I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. We all know what opinions are like, you know what I mean? And mine, I'm sure, is no different to most people. But like I said, it is what it is. I'll send it off. I'll get my warranty bat, and I'll hope that it hangs in there for a while. I will say this about this particular ghost. Now, and this is one thing that I believe personally. I think a lot of bats fail because they're never really given a chance. And that be Ghost, Torch, Meta, Mantra, any bat. I'm a real stickler for all my bats getting a proper break in. Now this bat today, it got a little bit less break in than what I would normally like. And we will finish with it. We will finish hitting some balls off of it here, but this bat has not seen anything but balls off the tee. So I think the number one cause of bats breaking, if you're not using them in cold weather, or just got just some monster swinging it that has no business swinging, like a drop 10 or drop 11, I think the number one cause is people just not breaking in bats correctly, understanding how these things are on the inside, how they're made. I was told by a couple of different places a long time ago, I heard it in more than one place, that the best way to break them in is to hit 150 to 200 balls off the tee, spinning the bat in your hand after every hit. And the reason why you want to do that is because the epoxy that holds the composite together inside there, as you hit it, it flexes. And as it flexes, it slowly breaks that epoxy up and allows the barrel to flex more. Well, when you do that, you slowly break that epoxy in all the way around your barrel, so that when it flexes, it can allow the entire barrel to flex instead of just that one spot a whole lot, which would weaken that one spot tremendously. This bat right here, look, everybody, I just told you how I feel about Ghost. Everybody knows that. It's no secret. But this bat right here has actually got quite a few cuts on it. I was coming up on my warranty, so this thing was about to be out of warranty. My daughter, not a big fan of the Ghost, but I made her swing it for the last, I think, month when she was playing school ball through a couple of cold games and everything. And we broke it in properly the way that we always do. And between the videos that I've shot with this, with numerous other girls swinging and even my daughter swinging it for probably the last month, it's really hung in there better than I expected it to. Honestly, I didn't expect it to have lasted this long, but it did. And I attribute that to just giving it a good, proper break-in. I do know some coaches that believe in having a bat rolled as soon as they get it, and not necessarily because it makes it hotter, but because it breaks that epoxy in all the way around the inside. Now, I do believe there is a correlation with if you break it in properly, it also making the bat hotter, because there again, you're giving it more of the barrel that can flex. Instead of flexing one little spot, you're flexing a larger area so you can increase that trampoline effect so that you can get to the inner barrel on, like both of these bats have 2 barrels. So you can get to that inner barrel and flex it that much more. So that is something I've been wanting to mention in my videos for a while now, about proper break-in. It doesn't take that long to just go out there and hit off a tee. I mean, I get it. Everybody wants to send it right into battle. It's hot right out of the wrapper. And it might be hot until it breaks because it just didn't get broke in good. It doesn't take long to hit 200 balls off a tee. I keep probably 28 balls per bucket that I have. And you just hit through a couple of buckets just warming up. It doesn't take long at all to get through 200 balls and just to feel that much more prepared. We all want our investment to last as long as possible. If you get a year warranty, hopefully you're at 11 months and 15 days when that thing breaks. That way you can send it off and you get your warranty. That way, hopefully you get a whole nother year out of your other bat, or maybe more. Now, all that being said about that one, I like what both girls said when talking about, they kind of had different opinions on the Ghost. So you had Ashlyn, who she was a little conflicted because you saw in her interview, like when she first talked about how much she could tell that it didn't seem like the ball jumped off the bat as good when she mishit it. But then she kind of felt like it had a long barrel, which is kind of contradicting itself. So that's kind of why we just kind of said, well, with her, we're just going to go, could be long, could be short. And then Jayden was definitely more, she felt like it had a short, sweet spot. I would, honestly, I agree with both of them. And I think given the opportunity to hit it some more, I really think that Ashlyn, with what she said, kind of spoke more toward it having a smaller sweet spot. And from what I've seen and what I've heard from other girls that have hit it, it kind of goes along with what they've said. I was surprised that both of them thought it felt somewhat balanced. I definitely think it is a slight inload there, which both of these, there's not a stark contrast between the two as far as like overall felt swing weight. I didn't think. Now, I will say both of them did say that they felt like the torch was a bit more balanced. I guess holding them side by side, maybe it is a bit more balanced than that. Just a slight inload, nothing extreme, a slight inload. Both of them did comment that they felt like it was balanced. Both of them did comment that they felt like it had a long sweet spot. But I think both of them said it has a very smooth swing. So I would say that's light swing weight. I think the biggest contributing factor in why Ashlyn liked the Ghost better was the sound. She did comment, it just sounds like it sounds like I'm killing it. And then when afterwards, I let them both hit them some more, and just let them fire away off the tee afterwards. And their numbers were still the same, and especially Ashton, she was just like, it just doesn't really sound like anything, but the numbers are there. And I mean, I get it. I will say, just like I told them, this bat is kind of a lot like the DeMarini Whisper. DeMarini Whisper off the tee, it sounds